Good morning, students. Welcome in video lecture of electronic devices and circuits. We are discussing unit number 2, MOSFET and its DC analysis. In that, we are already in previous lecture we discussed the under the topic as common MOSFET configuration. The point we are discussed is the constant current source biasing. That means by using the MOSFET, how the constant current it can be obtained one, that we are discussed one. And along that we discussed the current sink, current source, current mirror, diode as active resistor, then MOSFET as switch, and before that we also discussed the DC analysis. These all the points we are discussed under the main topic as the common MOSFET configuration. In constant current source, we discuss the how the constant current can be obtained by using the MOSFET in the form of the diode configuration and by considering the I think in the previous lecture I explained with the help of the circuit diagram which is having the four MOSFETs, and in that I explained the M1 and M2, they are whatever they are having the current IQ current that is equal to that particular I reference current, right? That we discussed with, and this I reference current it is flowing through the M3 and M4 MOSFET, and these M3 and M4 they are having the configuration as the diode MOSFET, right? And this diode MOSFET, it is again developing the biasing voltage to these MOSFETs, and that whatever the developed biasing voltage, it is again given to the M2 MOSFET as the gate voltage, and due to that M2 it is getting in saturation position, and whenever it is getting in the saturation due to that particular biasing voltage, the IQ current it is flowing through that MOSFET that we discussed in the previous lecture, and in that it is considered as the I reference is equal to I out or IQ current, that is we discussed one, and that is called as the, you can say that, constant current source biasing. That's why it is called as the constant current source biasing. So this thing we are discussed in a previous lecture. Now, in the today's video lecture, under the main topic as the common MOSFET configuration, I am going to discuss the voltage reference. What the exactly voltage reference is there and how it is considered, that thing we are going to discuss. Now, first we will see the definition of this particular voltage reference. A voltage reference is an electronic device that ideally produces a fixed voltage irrespective of a loading on the device, power supply variation, temperature changes, and passage of time. This is the definition of this particular, you can see that voltage reference. See here, it is an electronic device which is giving the constant voltage. When it is giving the constant voltage, irrespective of, or it is independent of the which kind of a load is there, what whether the power which is given or power supply is having the variation, and temperature changes and passage of time. Independent of these things, that whatever the you are getting the voltage, constant voltage, it is nothing the, you can see that voltage reference. It is called as the voltage reference. Now, next what is the thing is that though it is an ideal voltage reference which provides a fixed value of output voltage which is independent of the temperature, I just said that, then independent of that supply voltage, independent of the process parameters, and the other environmental variables, even though it is considered under the ideal voltage reference, the best voltage reference is also available, which is little depend on these all the factors, which is little depend on these all the parameters, which is considered in the definition. That means the voltage reference, it is having two kinds of the, you can see the definition, which is independent on these parameter, as well as the another is the some sort of the little dependent on this particular parameter. That is nothing but the voltage reference. Now, see the third concept is the under the voltage reference. The voltage reference, especially those with a low temperature and power supply sensitivity, are essential components of many electronic systems. Okay, and such as high precision instrumentation and the test equipment, high resolution data acquisition system, precision battery monitors, precision regulators, and on-chip DC to DC converter. These are the some of the kinds of the voltage reference which are considered for this particular thing. So these whatever the devices we I just I said, that is considered under this particular, which is considered with that particular voltage reference. Right, this is the third thing. Now we'll see once again the exactly the how the voltage reference it is considered and what exactly the consideration in an electronic system for that particular application we will going to see here. Now, due to the development of a power aware in applications, a low power consumption has been designed criteria, which has been a design criteria of a paramount importance of voltage reference applications. Right? This statement, what it is saying, there is a development of a power awareness in application. Low power consumption has been a design criterion. That means whenever you are considering the low power consumption in that particular application, at that time it have the certain design criterion which is dependent on that particular whatever the paramount importance of the voltage reference applications it is considered one. Right. Now, with the integration of various functional modules, such as the radio frequencies, such as this particular radio frequency circuits, then power management, then high frequency digital and analog circuits into on system on chip in a recent applications, a power supply noise can cause a significant system performance deterioration. That means you can see that degradation in that particular application, right? So these things, that means integration of variation, that means such as the radio frequencies, power management, high frequency digital and analog circuits into a system on chip. These all whatever the recent applications are there, with the consideration of the power supply noise, can cause significant system performance. You can see the degradation, right? And this makes the supply noise rejection of a embedded voltage reference critical in a modern system on chip application, right? So by considering these things, this makes the supply noise rejection of a embedded voltage reference in a critical modern system on chip applications, right? This is the another concept under this voltage reference. Now, even though we are considering system on chip and the whatever the high frequency digital analog signals and radio frequencies, then power management and all that thing, these all are considered by considering the some sort of the, you can say that some whole diode or having the transistor or having the Zener diodes. These are used for that particular designing the some voltage reference devices in the circuits. And by considering that we are discussed that particular things, right? Whatever we are discussed in this particular thing, These are considered under the consideration of that particular, you can see that some sort of the diodes, some sort of the, you can see the transistors, Zener diodes, some sort of the, you can see that resistor with the diodes. So likewise the combination of these things, or in a single diode and the resistor, or the Zener diode and the resistor, or the combination of diode, resistor and transistor. By using such as things, the voltage reference devices can be developed one, and that also giving the some sort of the, that may be ideal one, that may be some sort of the different, which is dependent on the parameters. Okay, that thing it is considered one. Now, by considering our MOSFET concept, we are now going to discuss the how the MOSFET can be considered and how it is giving the some sort of the performance. And for that, I used one of the you can see that article. From that article, I got this particular exactly thing how the MOSFETs can be configured for that particular getting the reference voltage for that particular application. And by using that thing, I am going to discuss this. Now, here, by considering the MOSFETs, how the voltage reference it is developed one, or this used in the circuits for that application we are going to discuss now. See here, sub-threshold based MOSFET, which is in short it is given as the STBM, right? So these sub-threshold based MOSFETs, which is considered under the voltage references, which is compared with the BGR. Now BGR is nothing but band gap references, right? Having an inherent advantage. That means as compared to the band gap references, these MOSFET based voltage references are the having some sort of the advantages in a power consumption. Right. Now, however, due to the effect of the temperature dependent gate to source coupling coefficient M, poor transistor ratio matching and the inaccuracy of the models, designing this threshold based MOSFET voltage reference is usually an inexecutive the process, resulting in inferior performance, resulting in a inferior performance, right? So what the effect it is happening, even though it is good than this particular band gap reference is this, whatever the MOSFET voltage references are, it is a, you can say that having the inherent advantage, that is the thing, okay, in terms of the power consumption. But due to the some sort of the effect of the temperature dependent on the gate to source coupling coefficient M, then poor that transistor ratio matching, that means the every MOSFET it is not same, it is having sort of having the different parameters, change in parameters. So that ratio it is again affecting one, and the inaccuracy of their models, this designing of this particular sub-threshold based MOSFET it is not that much, you can easier task one, and due to that it is very difficult to giving the good performance, and furthermore it is difficult to achieve the compact and low noise voltage reference due to the either lack of the accurate models or low sheet resistance in a digital CMOS process. It is having some sort of the issues, you can say that, but even though it is a better than this particular band gap reference, right? Now, how it can be improved on, how it is getting that particular exactly in that good manner, we are going to see here, right? Even though it is having some sort of the drawbacks, right, due to that particular temperature dependent gate to source coupling coefficient and that poor transistor matching ratio and all that thing, how the MOSFET can be used so that improved voltage reference can be or you can see that having the good performance voltage reference devices can be developed for that particular application we are going to see here. Now, the voltage reference circuit consists of current source sub-circuit and the bias voltage sub-circuit. Now, whatever the voltage reference using the MOSFET it is developed one, it is having the two things. One is the current source circuit, and another is the bias voltage sub circuit. The latter which supplies the bias voltage to the former. That means whatever the bias voltage sub circuit is there, it is supplying the bias voltage for the next stage. So this figure shows the exactly voltage reference circuit. Right now you see here, this part is the current source sub-circuit, and this part is the bias voltage sub-circuit, right? So here, by considering this particular bias voltage sub-circuit, the biasing voltage it is developed so that it is again here, even though it is you can say that whatever the this particular gate to source connection or gate terminal, it is having the diode configuration, MOSFET diode configuration, as well as the some sort of the this signal it is getting from the, you can see that from the bias voltage sub-circuit, and this particular another it is having the diode to diode configuration of a MOSFET, all these things. Here the bias voltage circuit is also implemented to get the exactly V reference from this particular circuit, right? This V reference whatever we are getting one, it is considered under this thing. So these two parts are considered to develop the voltage reference configuration from this particular thing. Now see how it will be work now. The current source, see this part. Now this part we are discussing both part. So remember this particular part which is having the these five, you can see that MOSFETs M1, M2, M8, M9 and MR1. These are the some sort of the things. So consider that thing and accordingly remember all that thing. Now the current source sub-circuit is based on the basic beta multiplier self-biasing circuit and use MOS resistor MR1 instead of an ordinary passive resistor. See, here this MR1 it is acting as the MOSFET resistor instead of considering the ordinary resistor, right? So that is used one. The bias voltage, now the second part, the bias voltage circuit accepts the current through the PMOS current mirrors and generates the reference voltage, right? That means here this accept this particular bias voltage and generates this particular voltage references, right? Now see here. The bias voltage sub-circuit is based on the translinear principle and use the MOS resistors MR2, right? See here it is having also MR2 resistor, right? This is now this MR2 it is considered in the, you can see that bias voltage sub-circuit. Now we operate, that means it operates all MOSFETs in the threshold region except for the MOS resistor MR1 and MR2. See, MR1 and MR2 they are acting as a resistor, they are not working in the threshold sub-threshold region, right? In the strong inversion and except the MOS resistor MR1 which are in the strong inversion and deep triode region, they are in the deep triode region. That means that particular ohmic region they are operating on. That means this MR1 and MR2 they are acting as the ohmic region, whereas the other all MOSFETs are operating as the subthreshold region. The details of the circuit operation is as below. Just we will discuss by considering the how that particular equation can be generated now. Thus, sub-threshold MOSFETs, MOS current ID can be expressed as ID is equal to, current ID can be expressed now here, ID is equal to K I naught exponential of VGS minus VTH divided by eta VTH. Right, now where K is the aspect ratio of that width and length of the transistor, I naught is the whatever the beta into eta minus 1 into threshold voltage, and is the process dependent parameter. I naught is the process dependent parameter. This Vt is the thermal voltage, Kp is the Boltzmann constant and T is the absolute temperature. Sorry, here it is the not threshold, it is the thermal voltage. Now, Q is the elementary charge. Q is the elementary charge, and VTH. Now, VTH is important. VTH is the threshold voltage of the MOSFET, not this one. This is your thermal voltage, and this is your VTH is the that MOSFET threshold voltage, and eta is the sub-threshold slope factor. This is the sub-threshold factor slope. In that particular circuit, the current which is flowing in the circuit IP is determined by the ratio of M1 and M2 and the resistance of MOSFET resistor MR1, and that means whatever the IP current it is considered one, that is designed by using this particular, you can see that M1 and M2 that particular uh, ratio and the resistance of the MOSFET of MR1. So this is given as IP is equal to beta phi reference minus phi teacher, and that equation is given. So where beta is the current gain factor, and in this bias voltage subcircuit, the gate source voltage is the transistor, which is nothing but VGS through the VGS7, VGS3 through the, that means whatever the all the transistors are there, MOSFETs are there, they are having the gate to source voltage. That source voltage we are considered one, right? And the drain source voltage of the MOSFET resistor, MOS resistor is the VR2 from closed loop with the reference voltage VRF, with the reference voltage VRF. Remember that particular circuit. Right. Now, the VRF it is given as VRF is equal to VR2 plus VGS4 minus VGS3 plus VGS6 minus VGS5 plus VGS7. That is nothing but VGS4 plus eta into this particular thermal voltage logarithmic of all the parameters of the MOSFETs. So the reference voltage can be now expressed by summing all the gate source voltage as VGS4 is equal to, now all this it is summing, it is expressed as the VGS4 is equal to VTH plus eta thermal voltage into that particular logarithmic of IP upon this K, that means parameter in I resistor, where thermal voltage VT is scaled by the transistor size. Because the gate to source voltage and the scaled thermal voltage have the negative and positive temperature dependence respectively, right? So here we can obtain the constant voltage within the that little temperature dependence and adjustment the size of the transistor, right? So we can get that particular thing. So this is the all about that thing. So you just remember this particular V reference, right, which is obtained from that, and this V reference it is can be expressed by summing the all the gate source. That summation of the gate to source voltage is given as the VGS4, right? So by using that we can obtain this particular thing. Getting my point? So this is the all about the voltage reference, and this voltage reference can be obtained by using the MOSFET. Okay, so by considering this voltage reference, and in next lecture we are going to discuss the basic principle of the band gap reference. Okay, if you are having any doubt from this particular topic, you can ask me anytime. Be in touch and study well and be careful. Okay, so this is the all about the this particular voltage reference, which is considered by considering the MOSFET. Thank you, and study well.